Nah, I don't agree with trying to bring everybody out because some people got a black hole mentality, that crab in the bucket mentality, where they ain't even trying in their own life. Other people just need a hand up. They are trying, but they can't catch a break. So you got to differentiate between the two mentalities in your own bloodline. Let's say you are that lucky person that gets a bag. You're this famous musician, artist, podcaster, YouTuber, whatever it is. You got to be able to differentiate between the black hole mentality and something that can bring fruition. You know what I'm saying? In the future, if you invest enough time and energy into this. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, there's a major crab in the bucket mentality, and people will doubt you, talk bad about you, act like you can't do a thing, not financially support you. They can't even spiritually and mentally and emotionally support. You know what I mean? Like, we know niggas ain't got money. You mean to tell me you can't even verbally support me, clown? And then when the bag or reaction, millions of followers come, then this is when Negroes want to jump on. Now, this is speaking about the black community specifically. But it's pathetic that a lot of the times we don't get involved with each other's crafts, hobbies, ambitions, dreams until money start rolling in. But that tells me what type of person you are. So those type of family members, get rid of. I ain't saying they can't redeem themselves. Love them with a long handled spoon. To each his own. Every situation is different. I can completely understand cutting those off. But as a person, as a black person who gets a bag in these major industries that don't love you, they only love what you can provide for them, why wouldn't you want to bring some of your kin in the circle, train them, teach them, put them in the right type of education, you know what I'm saying, around the right people where they can learn how to sustain themselves at a higher level. That way, if you have a bad day and you're coming down, who you think gonna sustain you? Who you think gonna pick you up? The Jewish dude that made you sign a contract, or your family that you brought into the circle and elevated their lives? But again, differentiation. You got to be able to separate between those that can be saved and not. In the black community, bro, but we don't even do that, bro. Like, I literally know some people that have gotten bags and there's no love, bro. Grew up in the hood, never had a white friend, blow up, now you riding in trucks with white boys. What? Yo, Uncle Tom, porch, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. You see it in the industry all the time, bro. Matter of fact, Deion Sanders just pulled this. Deion Sanders just did the same thing. Now, again, I can understand how you can abandon your own shit. They don't love you. They don't know how to love themselves. They don't got it to put you in position or themselves in position. They ain't even believe in you and support you. Y'all barely talk. I can actually understand why you could cut off your own kin to a certain extent. But everybody completely that shows what type of level of character you got. And you know what they say? They say money don't change you. It truly just reveals what was already inside of you. You was just too broke to show it before. That's a fact. But yeah, this crab in the bucket mentality needs to stop in the black community. It's not helping anybody. It only hurts. You know what I mean? We drag each other down. Let's talk about black men. We drag black men down through the mud. And then, don't educate them. Grow up around trauma, domestic violence, absentee father, drug abuse, drug selling, things of this nature, right? People getting cheated on, all of this. Then this man grows up to have to take responsibility and accountability for his own actions. But are they really his actions just because he achieved age? I understand what the Bible and the community says and thinks, but let's be real about it. Let's actually attack it from a high level perspective, higher consciousness. Be aware that you trained a boy to be an adult boy and then cast him out into the world. Then a lot of black people talk about their own family, but y'all raised them. In a lot of black communities, and I hate when black women come down on black men because I understand it. But at the same token, when y'all the ones opening y'all legs, procreating, single mom, and then the man grows up to be a criminal, a prisoner, not a leader, not able to sustain himself, you failed as a leader. So all of the black community, men and women alike, need to pipe down, change, and start supporting each other, bro. Because it's actually disgusting how we do each other. One thing I admire about white people, and I admire a lot about white people, actually, because when they put together a plan, they stick to it. I've walked in environments, like at work, for example, where you got white people who don't even like each other. They gossip, both of them fat bastards. I come in, muscular black dude, right? I got a problem with this lazy, late, fat clown. I'm venting to a coworker, and these other coworkers who are also fat and lazy here, so they get offended because the shoe fits, right? This goes into the Apostle Paul, actually. Hold on. But yeah, the Apostle Paul says to leave nobody offended, That way our ministry don't come to blame. Check that video out on my channel. But anyway, the point I'm making is I watched a group of people, a few people that don't even like each other, come into unison in a collective consciousness against me because they found offense in the truth of my words towards this other individual that had nothing to do with them. And they actually feel the same way. But from a cultural standpoint, these white folks, they stick together, bro. They band it. They don't even like each other. My strong black butt walk in, change the energy. I ain't going for this. And they stick together. So white people have shown me that even if they hate each other, and they do, every race goes through this shit, they will still unify under a collective cause if there's a bigger threat. Or not even, we ain't even gonna say it like that. We're gonna say something that they deem as a bigger threat. Something that is a threat to their school of thought. Their silent agreements in that community, right? At work, at school, in the community, in the hood, wherever you at. There's silent agreements. And when you become the stone in the current and they got to move around you, weak people, right? And this ain't about race, just weak mentally and spiritually and physically people, they band together. So I've actually altered the behavior of people at work because they were weaker individuals, forced them to unify against me in a collective consciousness, even though they hated each other. They knew they couldn't outwit me by themselves. This is the reality. I ain't gonna even give them too much energy, but I'm just saying I've witnessed it, bro. So I can admire that about white people. I can admire that white people can hate each other and still unify against a collective threat, something that they deem a threat. Black people don't do that. If we got a problem with each other, and then there's another fucking problem over here, we still got a problem with each other, and we both probably gonna attack that problem. But we ain't unifying. Black people don't unify, bro. We don't know how to create a plan and stick together, bro. Stick to it, bro. It's weird. So crab in the bucket mentality, it's a real thing. And you know what? I'm gonna end this video because I know TikTok, YouTube, and honestly, the state of the world has caused y'all minds to not be able to keep an attention span longer than a 30-second video. So if you stayed with me this long, bless you. All right, I'm out.